If you're filing taxes in the United States this year, choosing the wrong tax software could literally cost you hundreds or even thousands of dollars in missed deductions, higher filing fees, or incorrect returns. And here's the truth most people don't realize: not all tax software is built the same. Some are best for freelancers, some for investors, and some are simply designed for the easiest possible filing experience. In this video, we're going to compare some of the best tax software options in the United States, explain who each one is best for, and help you decide which platform could save you the most money and time when filing your taxes. And just a quick note before we start: this video is for educational purposes only and should not be considered financial or tax advice. Always consult a licensed tax professional for your specific situation. Let's start with something most taxpayers care about first: simplicity and ease of filing. One of the most well-known platforms in the United States is TurboTax. Millions of Americans use it every year because it's designed to feel more like answering simple questions than filling out complicated tax forms. Instead of showing confusing IRS forms directly, the software asks you things like, did you work for an employer, or did you receive investment income, and then automatically fills out the required forms behind the scenes. For someone with a simple tax situation, for example, a W-2 employee with no major investments, this can make filing taxes surprisingly fast. Many users complete their return in less than an hour. Another advantage is that TurboTax integrates with many banks and brokerages, which means you can automatically import documents like W-2s or 1099 forms instead of entering everything manually. However, the downside is price. TurboTax is often one of the more expensive options, especially if you have freelance income, rental properties, or stock trading activity. So while it's incredibly easy to use, it may not always be the most cost-efficient choice. Next, let's talk about a platform that's becoming increasingly popular for people who want maximum value for their money: Free Tax USA. Despite the name, Free Tax USA isn't only for simple returns. It allows you to file many complex tax situations, including self-employment income, capital gains, and idolized deductions, while still keeping the price significantly lower than many competitors. For example, federal filing can be free in many cases, while state filing usually costs a small flat fee. This makes it extremely attractive for freelancers, side hustlers, and independent contractors who want powerful tax tools without paying premium software prices. The interface isn't quite as flashy as some other platforms, but the functionality is surprisingly strong. If your goal is saving money on filing fees, this platform is often one of the best choices. Now let's move to another trusted option: H&R Block Online. H&R Block has been a well-known tax brand in the United States for decades, and their online software tries to combine the best of both worlds: digital filing with optional human support. This means that if you get stuck during your tax filing process, you may have the option to connect with a real tax professional. For many taxpayers, that extra layer of confidence can be extremely valuable, especially if your tax situation involves investments, retirement accounts, or multiple income streams. Another benefit is accuracy support and audit assistance options. If the IRS ever questions something on your return, having that extra guidance can reduce stress and help you resolve issues faster. Now let's talk about a tax software platform that investors often prefer: Cash App Taxes. One of the biggest advantages of Cash App Taxes is that it offers completely free federal and state filing in many situations. That alone makes it extremely appealing for taxpayers who want to minimize filing costs. It also supports things like stock investment reporting and cryptocurrency transactions, which are becoming increasingly common in the U.S. financial landscape. However, the platform is somewhat limited compared to larger competitors, so it may not be ideal for extremely complex tax scenarios like multi-state business filings or advanced deductions. So, how do you decide which tax software is actually best for you? Here's a simple way to think about it. If you want the easiest and most beginner-friendly experience, TurboTax is often the smoothest option. If you want the lowest cost while still handling complex tax situations, Free